I'm Adam Wright, and this is The American Athlete. You don't have success unless you construct a group that has trust and believes in each other. And so the real credit goes to the coaches, and all these years later, I find that out because now I am a coach. You know, I started when I was 9 years old and was doing all sports like most kids growing up. And then probably when I was 12, we had an opportunity to go to the Junior Olympics, and our team won, and that was the whole country at that level. My coaches at that point were huge influences in my life, and they really started to guide me and trying to tell me, like, look, maybe you have a future here. And that's when I started to make more of a commitment towards it. And the reality is, from that first experience of winning a Junior Olympics, the passion started to grow. And then, you know, the lucky part, and the first time I was ever really exposed to water polo was at the '84 Olympics here in Los Angeles. Favorite thing about the sport is teammates, the community, just great people, the relationships, hardworking, great work ethic, great teamwork, compassionate. I guess the least favorite thing is nobody knows what water polo is. You know, it's just such a hard sport for spectators, but it's such a beautiful sport. But the hard part is the officiating. I could take somebody to a water polo game for their first time, and there's no doubt they're right. They ask me, hey Adam, why was that a foul there, but the exact same thing happened just over here and it wasn't a foul? And the reality is that's a big problem with our sport, and that's been a big problem for us to have more visibility. Once you get to understand it, it's a beautiful thing. Our saying at UCLA is UCLA water polo wants to be its best on its worst day. Every year is a new year, especially in college athletics, right? People graduate, people come in, people get hurt or step away, and you have a short amount of time. That team will only be that team for 1 year or one season. And that's why it's so important to invest away from the pool too, and have the guys understand how important culture is when we get in tough situations, how important trust is, how important confidence is in yourself and in your teammates when we get in tough situations. And the reality is there isn't a secret sauce. Some years are completely different than other years, and you have to change things up. And what I never want to be is repetitive, thinking my way is the only way. And you have to get creative. You have to get creative in how you motivate some teams. Some teams are self-motivated. If there was a special potion, I would buy that all day of the week. But that's also the fun challenge about coaching, and how you're going to push and get response, and how you're going to build relationships, and how you're going to get the group to build trust within each other. And there's nothing better than watching that evolution, and the way you're going to get there is have the strongest group, and the group that has the most trust, and that takes a great culture. When I made the decision as a student athlete to go to UCLA, the expectation has always been the expectation with me. I signed up to play at a place that the expectation is to put yourself in a position to be the best team in the country. You know, and when I was in school, the department was probably winning 2, 3, and some years 4 national championships. And what some people don't understand is it's so hard. And that's where we can kind of get blinded at a place like UCLA because we've won so much, but it is so hard. One little thing could be the difference. But for me, that same feeling as coming in as a student athlete hasn't changed. We've been really, really successful. You know, for example, we went undefeated in 15 and didn't lose a game for 2.5 years and set the all-time NC2A winning streak. And after that, NC2As happened to be at home in 15. And an hour later, me and my assistants are already in the car driving to the office and planning the next 2 years. Because as soon as you think you've arrived, you're going to get past. It's easy to get caught up just in the water polo piece. And really the biggest evolution for me, the mental piece. And to be honest, the UCLAs and the USCs and the Stanfords and the Cals and all the top programs are going to have great players, but not everybody believes in themselves. Not everybody believes in their teammates. So spending and investing time away from the pool with your athletes is more important. And having your athletes understand who they are away from the pool and how they're interacting with each other is who they're going to be in the pool. And that's an easy piece to forget about as a coach because you're running from one thing to the next, or you're so tired when you're done at practice to just that's where it ends. But the investment in a person will get you so much more in return in the end. Because if you have a kid who's solid fundamentally, he can be inserted into any system. It's very easy also as a young coach to want immediate success, and you could really maybe try to grind your guys just to try to win in 1 year, but maybe sacrifice what's really important for them 3 years from now when they go to college, or maybe sacrifice their health. And understand if you do it the right way, it's a process, but in the end, then you're gonna have sustained success. You're gonna have a built-in culture where the guys understand, or the women understand, this is just the way we do it. So when the new player comes in, there's no decision. You do it this way because this is who we are at UCLA.